All right, so for those of you that follow Kim Goguen or watch Kim Goguen and you watch UNN, I'm sure you're aware of the last two reports where Kim put out some timelines and she also made some major announcements. Probably the most important announcements I think I've ever heard her make, to be honest. And I'm going to break that down here. I was going to play some clips from it, but I don't want to take her material, steal anything from her. So I'm just going to just talk about it and give my best summary of what I understood from it. The two main things I want to talk about are where she said that the Pleiadians want us to join them in their order, and they want us to become the eighth galaxy because apparently we have turned a corner towards the light, and they want us to become part of them. And with that comes some sort of assistance from them, from my understanding. And the reason why this is major is because Kim has always, from my understanding, talked negatively about the Pleiadians, and she never really had a positive thing to say about them. And this is one of the first times that I've heard her speak. And if I missed it, I missed it. But this is one of the first times I've heard her speak positively about them. I personally, because of Billy Meyer, have always looked at the Pleiadians in a positive light, whereas a lot of people, for some reason, have negative views on them. And I believe that's because the Pleiadians have a lot of rogue groups within them that turned evil and have caused a lot of harm on this planet, posing as good entities when they were bad. But from my understanding, the majority of Pleiadians are actually good, and they mean well for humanity. But again, back to Kim Goguen, I've never ever heard her say anything positively about them, and the first thing that I hear her say is that they want to help us to the degree where they want us to join their federation or whatever. And again, if I'm misspeaking or missing details, it is what it is. I'm just summing up what I understood from it. But long story short, they want to work with humanity. I mean, from my understanding, they have already been working with humanity through other people. Like I mentioned Billy Meyer earlier. But as far as what Kim is saying, she seems to have a more direct connection to others in terms of what's going on this planet, because she is supposed to be the ground commander, right? So if that is the case, then she would have obviously more, I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say control because that makes her sound like a dictator or something, but she have more sway in what's going on here, and obviously she would have more contact with them in terms of how to go about doing things here. And again, this is all, I'm not saying she's right or wrong or making stuff up. This is just what she said. And I'm just reporting it. I'm just putting it out there from my understanding. So far, I haven't had a reason to doubt her. So why would I start now, right? As far as the other thing I wanted to talk about is she put out a lot of timelines. She said the 8th was going to be a big day in terms of energetic shift. I talked about that in my last real talk that I did, where I said that I felt the energetic shift that she was talking about within myself, and how I felt it, or I knew that something was going on, is that if you've been watching all my videos, you know that there'll be times where I'll say, I've had a bad situation, or I'm having some personal issues in my life, blah, 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 blah. And in the last couple of weeks, my life was pretty rough and I was really down. But yet and still, I wasn't as down as I would be at any other point in my life. Meaning, if the things that were happening to me have happened or had happened at any other point, I'd probably be a lot more down. But I'm not. They haven't affected me to the degree that I guess they normally would. And I feel that's because of this energetic shift that I'm feeling. I'm feeling more positive. I'm not as, down as I would be. And I can't really think of what to attribute that to other than what Kim said, right? So that just makes me feel like, and it's not just what she said, but I also feel it, right? And I'm good at feeling or sensing energy, and definitely my own energy. So I can feel my own energy just doesn't feel as negative. You get what I'm saying? So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from there. So that seems to be playing out the way she said. And that's just from my own personal standpoint. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that. Also, she put out some other dates. She said within a month or two, she's getting outside help. There are others that are coming here or getting clearance through the enforcer to be here and to get rid of humans that they feel are non-repairable. And what she means by non-repairable, similar to myself, where I can sense a human and I know whether they're a good person or bad person, and if they have really bad intentions or not. It's really easy for me to discern that. Well, these entities that are coming here to help or assist Kim in her mission, they also tend to have the capability. I don't know if they use technology or not. I don't use any technology. I can just do it by myself organically. But however they do it, they can basically measure a person's intentions and if they mean to change for the better or not. That's the understanding I got from her. And the reason why it's easy for me to understand it, because again, I can do it too. And I know it's easy for me to do. So I know what she's talking about. I understand it. But again, the point with what I'm saying now is that there are humans that no matter what you say or do to them, they're never going to change. And they may lie to you and tell you they're going to change or try to do better. And like she put it, they'll just go right back to doing the things that they were doing before, and they haven't really changed. So because there are people like that, and I'm assuming she's talking about people in certain positions of power, then those people got to go, right? Because they're not helping anyone or anything. They're just wreaking havoc on the planet. And the entities that she said are coming here to assist have deemed these people to be irreparable humans, and they're going to take care of that. She said they should be able to do it within a couple of months. And I think she said at the latest 6 months, so somewhere between 2 to 6 months. She says she hopes they can do it by the end of this year. And the reason why that's also significant is because the way she's making it sound is that would pretty much effectively put an end to the deep state, which is something that if you've been following her, she's been talking about doing for a long time, right? So long story short, if what she's saying is the truth and these things do happen in the manner in which she says, which only time will tell, and there's no reason to doubt her because she's been honest and truthful about everything she has said, at least as far as I can tell, then when this happens, you're going to start to really see a change in the world. Definitely here in the United States, because I believe a lot of those people operate within the United States, that the irreparable humans, right? So, and I think that these elections, even though they're minor compared to what she's talking about, I think they have a lot to do with shifting the energy, right? And it just depends on what people vote for, what people want in their lives. And if you want change, you have to really want it. You can't just hope for it and let somebody else do it for you, right? And she's doing her part, and other people in this world have to do their part in terms of being the change you want to see, right? That's the best way I can put it. But long story short, she's put out these timelines, these dates. We're going to see how things play out. I have faith that she's going to come through, and we're going to turn the corner. Like she said, we've already pretty much turned the corner, and things should start to look better and get more positive. But anyways, that's all I have to say for now. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Share where you can. Hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.